Although I think it actually was the energy of the guest. Okay, I'm just telling her to come. Teal's out there. I'm just going to have her pop her head in if she wants to. She's got to go, I'm sure. Okay, we live?
Okay.
Oh, we are live. So
We're live, and the sound is on.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm going to give people a little bit of time to come in. I don't want to jump right into it. How's it going, Brandon Medina? We still need to collaborate. And welcome, everybody, back. This is our third guest out of 4, possibly 5 today. So thank you for, let me just share this because this isn't, I'm not used to doing it this way. Uno momento. We got Ty here with us. We have a little surprise guest. We're live. Come here.
Dude, I just said.
We're live. So watch your, everything
Watch
you
your P's and
everything,
Q's.
everything you say, Kenna, will be held.
I gotta be a good girl.
Just come here and let everybody see your
Hi,
face.
Susie. Good to see you.
Well,
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
let everybody.
come sit on my lap.
How you doing?
Just do this.
Right.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Where is the thing?
Right there.
Okay. Hello.
Okay.
I just came by to see Todd. I didn't.
I'm gonna
know
be
he
here
was
for at
filming
least
my
another week.
I know.
so-
So I'm standing flag.
Huh?
I just popped in to town,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna come back with Krista later. So when you're on a break, we'll chat.
What time?
What's good for you?
I don't know.
There's a
5:30.
I have doubles with me, so
5. Is that what you call them?
yeah, they're my doubles because I got 2.
Beautiful. I'd like to see them. I'd like to meet them.
Either you want them to come and say hi?
No. When
Another
I
time,
see you
yeah.
at 5:30.
Love everyone.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for being so gracious and coming in and showing your beautiful face. Okay. So here we go. Listen. This is everybody knows. Okay. I got to get back in the groove. This has been. I've been getting activated. I've been getting activated every. I turned into a lion at 4:00 this morning. Yeah. We had these friends over. We're chilling out. We stayed up a little late, but that's okay because we don't have to be here till noon. And so Morgan and I do our normal thing. Put our hands together about 2:20 this morning, and we're both tired. And all of a sudden, boom! Everything goes crazy. There's this huge divine masculine thing was happening, and I was like, I don't remember all the details, but I remember like energetically, I was like, I'm tired of waiting. I've had enough. I'm here, and I'm ready. And I guess it wasn't too exciting for her because I could hear her start snoring. And so then I heard, get out of the bed. And I got out of the bed and I stood in front of the mirror and this big mane appeared. And like my muscles got really big. And I thought, oh my God. I'm morphing. It was with the 2 eyes. It wasn't a third eye thing. So then
Julian looks like a lion today, too.
he does.
Yeah.
He usually
Do
does.
I look like a lion?
No, you look more like a... So this is Susie Byler, right? Everybody knows
Hey, everyone.
Susie in the Sedona community and many people online, including a very good friend of mine who's in your temple. Is it temple?
Yeah.
Uh,
Julia?
yes, Julie
Yeah.
Weiss. Yeah, I met her in Florida.
Sorry.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. I met her husband. We did a
Yes.
conference. Morgan and I did a conference down there.
Yeah. She was
Um,
very excited to come to your conference.
Yeah, it was a really good time. It was a really good time, and Rest in Power, Jessica, one of the coordinators of it, she transitioned about a month ago.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, Susie, it's always good to see you. You're not wearing that funny hat today, although I got a new one. They gave me one of
Funny
those.
hat?
We had a guy come in, Rob Porter, I think is his name, Rob Potter. He came in and he brought me one, so it's now
A pyramid.
it's in my house, yes, in my wherever I'm. So let's see here. We're all good. All right. So yeah, Susie is dear to my heart. She's collaborated with us a few times, and she does powerful work. She's also one of the reasons I really like Susie is because she's real. Like you don't put on a mask. You know,
Literally.
you don't. I told you, hey, I got triggered, and you're like, good for you. You know, but I mean, like you put up posts when you're happy, when you're mad, when you're sad.
Yeah.
You
Did
know,
you see my recent one?
I haven't had a chance to see anything.
My grief post. I put a grief post.
A grief
Yeah,
post?
yeah.
Okay. I think I might have seen that about 3 or 4 days ago. Maybe?
Yeah, like this morning maybe?
Oh, no,
Or
I didn't see
yesterday?
it. Yeah.
I don't know. Time is
yeah.
funny.
I know it is, isn't it? So, look, we've talked a lot. And so, I don't know. To me, I just like, you know, what's going on?
With
what's
with me, with the planet.
well,
Give me more.
like you know,
Direct the question a little more.
every month has been like
Yeah.
every month we go through this year in 2020 has been like, oh my God, that was like the biggest
Yeah.
month we've ever had.
Yeah.
You know, and then the summer came.
Yeah.
June hit, and it was like everything just went nuts, right?
Yeah.
June, and then July was like bigger than, and the same pattern. And now we're in September.
October.
I'm just trying to get through September.
I know, but I'm just saying October.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit explosive. So
Is it?
yeah, and I don't say this in terms of this is what I'm creating. This is just what Prime Creator has said. It's going to be a bit explosive in terms of just the things that are going to be just some disclosure, not full on yet, but
Yeah.
some mild disclosure. And
In terms of general disclosure, like
yeah,
collective
like
disclosure.
government banking system stuff.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
good. I wish
Yeah, it needs to happen.
That's what I'm saying.
And energetically also, just, you know, we're just continually getting more and
I
more
know.
streams of energy coming to the planet. September, we busted out with this core energy from the planet coming. So
Mm-hmm.
generally what's been happening is we've been receiving energy externally from the galaxy, from the universe, from the great central sun and beyond. I mean, we've just been getting all kinds of energy to assist.
Mm-hmm.
But September, we started getting the core of the earth started sending up her energy.
Oh, I see what you mean. I hadn't heard that. I hadn't heard anybody say that, but that you say that.
Did you feel it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember. Oh, let me pull it back up. So this would have been, we left on the 16th. So I would say this was around like 9/7, 9/8, 9/9, like around there. Well, where I live, there's a dry riverbed.
Okay.
So I have like a forest in the backyard, right?
Nice.
It's really cool. And I remember I was standing there, and there's this group of trees I kind of talked to, but there's this one big mother tree.
Yeah.
So I was talking to the group of trees, and I heard, "Hey, come over here." So I went over to the mother tree, and I remember what I got from her was like, okay, like I even put my hands up. I put my hands up like this, and it was like I was making a column. Now this I was used to, pulling in the cosmos energy,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But I could feel it coming the other way, right?
Yes.
And it was like meeting in the solar,
Yes.
and it was like, oh,
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, I did feel it, and to me it felt very, I don't know. It was like I don't want to say it was masculine, but there was like it was almost like
Well, it's grounding
grounding
in a
yeah,
way. Yeah. Sometimes grounding energy to me feels masculine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, very grounding and also activating our root chakras, activating our solar and
Yeah.
our sacral, you know, the lower, activating the lower, because some of us are all activated up here, but
Exactly.
we need to be
Yeah.
connected down here because these energies are going to keep coming. They're going to
Yeah.
keep blasting us.
Yeah.
So in order to integrate them, we need to be fully grounded.
Yeah.
So Mother Gaia, thank you,
Yes.
decided to help us out by giving us some of that
Yeah,
core,
that makes
some of her
sense.
core essence energy.
Yeah, and my and I'm not trying to be funny, but like even last night, my lower chakra, and I'm not talking about a physical, you know, arousal. I'm just talking about the Kundalini.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
been like last night was like
Yeah.
chakragasm, chakragasm,
Yeah.
chakragasm.
And you're in the fire of the red rocks.
Yeah, yeah.
baby.
And the night before
Like-
was the same way.
Yeah.
You know, I think the night before we had this merging with some people that we're connected with.
Yeah.
What happened in the ethers, and I mean
It's so fun.
the Kundalini energy was like the last 2 nights was just like, oh my God. I mean, like I feel like I'm gonna literally jump out of my body. I was out of my body last night.
Oh, okay.
No
We'll
doubt.
come back to your body. It's important that you're here in your body. No, for real, because again, to integrate these
Absolutely.
energies, you got to
Yeah.
be in the body.
Yeah, true.
And I'm saying that to myself as well.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to talk about patterns.
Yeah.
It's really important right now for all of us to be looking at themes that are coming up in our life, themes that people are reflecting to us, patterns that are showing up, because most likely these patterns are not serving,
Right.
and we need to reprogram, repattern,
And deprogram and reprogram.
deprogram, reprogram.
Yeah. But I mean, and so how I know there's probably more than one method to that, but how do you do that?
Well, for me, it's generally happens in reflection of others. So, as an example, something that's recently happened is people have been projecting on me a lot, like stuff that they've done and then making it my fault.
Like narcissistic frequency, kind of.
Maybe
Yeah.
other frequencies too, but
True. Yeah.
the overall idea is they've done something, they don't want to look at it, and so they project it on me. And I'm asking myself, why does this keep happening?
Right.
I'm tired of this.
Right.
I'm tired of being made wrong for something I didn't do. And so I'm looking at what is this? What's going on? And someone posted on my Facebook a link about being a scapegoat. And so I watched the video and I was like, holy crap, I'm the scapegoat. And I don't say that from a victim place because I take full responsibility from
You say it so you can
being a scapegoat.
neutralize the program.
Yeah, I say it so I can see what's going on and
Yeah.
say, oh, I'm not going to play this role anymore.
Right.
And whatever's underneath that had me play that role that I need to heal,
Yeah.
I'm going to heal that.
Right. No,
So-
I get that. Yeah, we speak the same language. I mean, it's
Yeah.
what I love about what you say is you're taking full responsibility. You're not looking for. You're not looking. You don't even have. There's not even the possibility, even though they did something.
Yeah,
You're still not externalizing it. You're saying, okay, why does this keep showing up
yeah.
in me? And that's a big one.
Well, I
Scapegoat's
may
a
be
big one.
externalizing it a little bit. I'm still human.
Well, but you know what I mean. You're not living. You're not swimming in that pool of water. You know, that pool of
Yeah.
muddy water
Yeah.
and staying there. You might. Yeah, we go. I told you I got triggered Monday morning.
Yeah.
You know, and you said congratulations, but I didn't stay there. I immediately
Yeah.
went to work. I immediately took it into
That's
myself.
also why I said congratulations, because I knew you didn't stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You're
But
welcome.
but this is cool because you know what? This is the real deal.
Yeah.
You know,
This is the real work. This is the grounded work.
that's right.
Like, I could say, oh man, why is everyone always projecting on me? Oh, poor me. It's like, no, I don't want to be the victim. I'm not going to play the victim role.
Yeah.
So I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure out what is in me that needs to be healed. Where do I need to find my wholeness
Yeah.
so that I'm no longer playing this role?
Yeah.
And it's hard because it may mean the loss of friendships.
There's been a lot of that.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of that. I was
know.
just talking to
My
somebody.
my heart hurts right now. My heart is.
Yeah.
I'm actually grieving. I may look happy, but I'm going through a big grief process right now.
Yeah, we were just talking about that this morning. I've been unfriended a lot. And most of the unfriending, probably almost really all of it, has been because I don't respond to a message. Because I can't. You know, I'm spending all my time to function, you know, and to stay on
Right.
top of
and
me.
to provide this service for people.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's not like I don't like somebody.
It's
I
not
try
personal.
I'll go through like every 4 or 5 weeks, and I'll find the time to go through everything, and I'll get back. And then most of the time, people are like, you know. Anyway, my point is that I get it. That's part of what's happening. We're having to let go of people, you know.
And it may
it's-
come back around.
It's true.
These people may
That's
come back.
very
My heart
true.
is open.
Yes.
If they want to take responsibility for their
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
you know, they can come back in my life.
This is a good subject. This is
Yeah.
a very good subject.
I know.
Yeah,
That's why I wanted to bring it up.
we were having a discussion last night about some things that had occurred with Soulgy over the years.
Yeah.
And there was a pattern. And that pattern was agenda. People came at us with agenda. They didn't get what they want. And I'm talking energy, not people.
Yeah.
Then they would attack us.
Yeah.
And then they would conspire against us. And
Yeah.
we took it upon ourselves, thank you, Morgan Lee, because I didn't have the wherewithal to take responsibility. What can we do to change our field and not focus on them? Even though, like you said, we're human and we want to every now and then. But that was kind of the attitude was, look, we're going to continue to work on ourselves. We're going to have to leave this situation over here, this person, this energy, and maybe they'll come back. And, this is what I got out of it. And I really say this to myself, too, like you said. You're saying this to yourself first. There's a lot to be said in this energy now, okay? Because it's so supportive and it's such an immediate reciprocation. There's a lot to be said for us to swallow our pride when we F up and go to somebody and say, hey, you know what? I screwed up.
Yeah.
That is so powerful.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's so powerful not to give, not to make the other person feel better, although that's a byproduct, but to do it for yourself. To say, wow, you know what? I did it. That it takes guts.
It does take guts. It takes a lot of guts.
Yeah.
It's a muscle that I've built to be able to confront my stuff. But I kind of took it to an extreme, and I started accepting responsibility for stuff that wasn't mine.
Right.
Which is just as dangerous.
Yes.
And it's a whole big story, but.
Yeah, but this is the real stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could. So Morgan she kind of gets like themes of the month, right, as they come up, and the big one here was self-neglect, and all the different programs attached like this.
Wow.
So self-neglect is
Wow.
taking on other people's stuff and over.
It's not honoring yourself.
But one of the interesting things too that I found out about this process, because this is part of what this is the kind of stuff she does, is like with you, it was the scapegoat, right?
Yeah.
So with me, and I'm not trying to be funny, but over the years as I was traveling around, I obviously didn't have any money, and I still, like, it's not like we're rich or anything, we're not, but I had nothing, so I was at the mercy because of my programming of, hey, can I need a place to stay. And so women would come on to me, even though they knew I was with Morgan, even though they knew I would talk about her all the time and whatever. They would come on to me overtly, covertly, whatever, but still,
Energy was there.
It was blatant.
Yeah.
So I would tell Morgan, that pisses me off. Like I tell them I don't understand. They're insincere, and then I was personalizing it. And she kept telling me, it's active in your field. I said, but I'm not a philanderer. I'm not. But what I learned from it was active in my field, and I identified with being loyal, but I was totally separating myself from even, that's not me. You know what I mean? So in other words, I had to neutralize. I had to 0 point the two. So what I'm trying to say is sometimes what I learned was sometimes these loops that come around, or what you see in someone else that you don't see in yourself, it is active in you, but it's the polarity that's active in you. And so
Everybody's our mirror.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
I know, it's not my original thought.
No, I thought you came up with it.
But it's true,
Yeah. It is true.
It really is. Everyone serves us in some way. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's a sweet compliment, and sometimes it's...
Yeah. Absolutely it is.
Yeah.
And this is interesting because I've seen really, we had this incredible thing that we collaborated on Saturday. It was an online thing, but we did it at the yoga studio, and the energy was just like this co-creation and collaboration, no agenda,
Sweet.
And you can see this evolvement that's happening in these types of examples. And then Saturday we had that little get together, which was just come by. We're having a meetup Sunday night, and it kind of the same thing, but you could see some of those old patterns still playing out. And it was interesting because more and more people just observing it, not engaging it, which I found really interesting because normally there's that. You see it online, on a post, people going back and forth, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I did a whole post about neutrality trying to address that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about observing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about observing because it's so easy right now to be triggered and to get sucked into the drama. And does that serve anything and anyone? No.
Mm-mm.
But observing gives you a clear mind and a clear perspective. So
Well, and it's good too. What I always hear from my team is shut the F up. So don't just observe it, keep your mouth shut. Because if you keep your mouth shut, the chances of you engaging and perpetuating this frequency is slim and none. But the minute you open your mouth, because you see a lot of that, which is, I got to be right, it's got to be my way, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, like that stuff's all going away. It doesn't exist in 5D. You know what I mean?
I do, and that's my practice right now. Like, all I want to do right now is talk to this person who projected on me and be like, this is what you need to know about yourself if you want to improve yourself. And it's like, not my business unless they want to know and come to me and ask. STFU.
That's right.
Just
That's right.
go.
And we say that to ourselves,
My energy is better used if it's focused on what I'm creating.
Yeah,
It's
this
focused
actually
on
just
something.
happened with one of my, I should talk about this. Yeah, I will. One of my children, I've got 6 beautiful children, and so,
Holy cow,
2.
6?
Yeah, 2,
I
yes.
did not know that.
So I got, I'm a good Catholic. Good Mexican. But, so 2 of them are these particular 2 are pretty close in years, like 2 years apart. And one of them went into the abyss, went into the dark night, whatever you want to call it. So the other one sends me a note and says, so-and-so's going through something. And she's, in other words, she was taking on her sister's stuff. And I said, hey, you know what? It's none of your business. Sometimes the best thing you can do for those that we love is leave them alone. Let them work it out. And that's what she did. I talked to her last night. She's like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm good, So, yeah, we've all got to handle our own shift. I mean, this is the thing. And so, losing friendships and being direct and standing our ground and these things.
It's honoring.
It is honoring.
It's
And
honoring.
you said you wanted to talk about patterns. Well, these aren't the patterns that we had. These are new patterns, and these new patterns rub up against the old patterns. And so, but I think we're gaining ground on it. I think more and more
Definitely.
people.
Definitely. More and more people are awakening. I'm
Yeah.
sure you've talked about this already today, I'm sure.
What's that?
More and more people are awakening right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I'm finding interesting, and you've been doing this a long time. What I'm finding interesting are the dynamics in the light worker community.
Oh,
Like, I'm watching this stuff and I'm going, wow, this is really trippy. How you can have a certain energetic force that's, say, been out there a long time. Okay? It makes me understand there are no exceptions. So let's say you have this powerful energetic force that's a group or a person who has a massive following or whatever, and I'm watching it crumble. And it's not just one, and it's like the message to me from the universe is, don't stagnate. Don't think that you've got the answer and that this method, this modality, this channel, this whatever is all you need, the end all cure all, because it's not, pal. Because everything that was created out of the duality, even light worker communities or even whatever, is going to crumble. Everything constructed in the 5D is made of 5D frequency. There is no suspicion or forgiveness or healing or these things we deal with in the 5D. Yeah. What do you think? You're channeling. You're about to channel.
I feel grief over what's happening in the light worker community.
Yeah.
People coming at each other, bashing each other,
Yeah.
attacking each other. this is not how we move forward.
Mm-mm.
This is not how we create the new earth. We don't attack each other. We hear each other out. We learn other perspectives. We honor other perspectives.
Yeah.
But we don't try to prove I'm right and you're wrong. That is not what we do as light workers. No. And it is absolutely, it's hard for me to speak about it.
I can tell.
It's absolutely, my heart is destroyed over it. And I'm not trying to be dramatic. It's
no,
just,
I know you're
it's
not.
just really
it is, but
like
it's.
this.
I can tell you feel it. I mean,
Yeah.
you own it, not just for yourself, but for everyone. And there's a lot of not a lot. There's a significant number of women, particularly women out there that do that. I mean, this is part of their makeup. So I can feel what you're saying. And I think another part of it too is, you know, like okay, so like the I got to be right thing.
Yeah.
You know, the open-mindedness that's gotten so many of us to this point. I mean, that's a have to. Like the universe doesn't have a lot of have tos, but you got to be open. So when you start you start drawing a line or throwing down an absolute to the universe. This is the great revealing, and nobody's left out.
It is, and people's fears are coming to the surface, and you know we're being bombarded with fear messages, and you have to do this, and you have to stay at home, and you have to wear a mask, and you have to be afraid, and you have to, you know, all these fear messages being bombarded. Whether or not there's fear within us, those of us who are empathic, sensitive, we're feeling the collective fear. So there's just fear all around. And then what do people do when they're in fear? They fight, fright, or flight. They don't listen to another person's perspective. They're just trying to self-preserve.
Yeah.
So everyone, even people that, you know, we think are highly evolved, we're all just trying to self-preserve.
Yeah.
We can't hear another point of view.
No. This is where this is where the silence and the quiet and the STFU comes in.
Yes.
You know.
And this is also where the humility comes in. Like, I'm not better than you. I don't know anything more than you. I'm going to continue to do my inner healing work, no matter how famous I am or how far along in the journey I am, whatever it is. I'm going to continue to do my healing work so that I can collaborate with other people who are in that space where their hearts are open and ready to collaborate and ready to create something better on this planet.
Without expectation, just coming together. Everybody bring what you have, and that's what we had happen Saturday on
And that's so beautiful. And the tricky thing is with what's happening now with the whole COVID thing is we're literally told you cannot come together. You cannot be within 6 feet of each other.
Yeah.
So the people who are buying that narrative won't come together to co-create something new.
Yeah.
Because they're told not to, they're scared, they're being good citizens, whatever their reason or their belief system is about that.
Yeah, and
so it's very fascinating.
And it's just the tip of the iceberg.
It's
and what I mean by that is, you know, I mean, I'm talking about we're having a problem with this stage of the game.
Right.
What
happens
about
if it gets worse?
Well, think about it. If we can't, if you're watching, let's say, light worker, things that originated in the light worker community, say 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, that have elements of duality, they're crumbling. We're watching it happen. I think we know, we're actually, well, that's too much. But anyway, what I was getting at is we're sitting here at this stage of the game with what's going on, and these things are occurring in our community, and we're supposed to be the pillars of the columns of light.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
So now what happens?
This is why my heart is broken.
Yeah. So what happens when we have to actively participate in the collapse of the financial system to include ownership, debt, loans, money? These traditional parts of our patterns, like you brought up, our systems, this is all going away. The universe is not going to allow you to step into a 5D frequency and experience if you're still tied to the old ways. And those old ways are represented by these violations of universal laws, such as taxation and control. and resistance and the mask thing, you know? Like a guy almost like attacked me in the Walgreens because I didn't have a mask on.
Yeah.
They said something to Morgan in Sedona
Yeah.
at the grocery store yesterday.
Yeah.
A customer.
Yeah.
You know, get away from me,
Yeah.
you know, kind of thing. Like, so, I mean, it's important that we maintain our balance because we also got to remember why we came here. There are people or souls that came here specifically to assist humanity. Well,
During
if-
this time.
That's right. So if
Yeah.
you're going to swim in the muddy water, you actually shouldn't have come, you know. And I say that to myself. You know what I mean? Because you're just perpetuating the whole issue that we came here to transform.
Yeah. 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 Yes.
That's what I was saying last night. I couldn't stop. Those shock orgasms were coming up. I said, yes, yes, yes. Then I turned into a lion. I wanted to eat meat. I was like, I want to eat a meat. I want to kill a elk or something. I was on the balcony like I was perched like a cat, like I was going to jump off if I saw something.
What's out there?
You think I'm kidding, but I'm not. But
All right. I would like to sing a song.
yes. Well, let me ask you a couple questions though.
Oh, okay.
So, your dragon book,
Yeah.
that was beautiful, by the
Oh,
way.
thank you. The
And,
Dragon Who Swallowed the Sun.
The Dragon Who Swallowed the Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had to tell you. I wanted to tell you that I
Thank you,
really,
Todd.
really, I don't know. For some reason, it just like touched me.
It's a
Yeah.
soul. It's a
Yeah.
soul connecting book.
It is. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's absolute. And I love Christian. I love dragons. Okay, you're gonna sing. Do you want me to?
Only one question? You said you had some questions. Just one?
I'll think of more. Are you in a
Okay.
hurry?
I'm not in a hurry.
Okay, we're good. Oh, you need
Oh,
any music?
no.
Oh,
I'm
you
just
want?
going to keep it simple.
Are you gonna go without music?
I'm just going to, yeah. I'm
Okay.
just going to keep it simple.
Okay.
May all beings be at peace. 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 We bless you in the name of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Amen. We bless you in the name of the violet flame. Amen. Amen. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be at peace. Amen. 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 My hands are buzzing.
You're incredible.
Thank you.
How did that come? Was that
May
coming
I
in?
touch your heart?
Yes.
My hands are buzzing. You
Absolutely.
might feel something.
Did you channel that?
Yeah. I kind of forgot the way it went. I have the original version on my YouTube. But you still get the energy.
What's your YouTube channel?
Just go on YouTube and look up Susie Byler.
Yeah.
It's Shamalata and the number 2. But
That's too hard to even
Yeah,
try
I
to
know.
spell.
I know. So just
What about somebody asked about the book? I told them what the name was, but
if you go to dragonspeak.com.
Dragon Speak. Dragons
So two
Speak.
S's in the middle. Dragons Speak.
Dragons Speak, 2 S's in the middle. You can
.com.
you can find the book .com.
Yeah.
You can find the
The
book.
Dragon Who Swallowed the Sun. It's on Amazon. But if you go to that website, you can
Right on.
navigate anything. You can buy stuff or buy the book or whatever.
So have you channeled a bunch of songs? I didn't know you
Yeah.
sang. Okay, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I have 2 CDs just with toning and didgeridoo, and then I have a lullaby a CD that's just in digital form. It's not.
Lullaby.
Yeah.
Like for babies
Yeah.
or for
And for your inner child.
for grown men,
Sure.
58-year-old.
Yeah, for your inner child. Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Somebody put it up.
Thank you.
Suzanne, Jane, Joey.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Yes, very cool.
Yeah. If someone reminds me, I will. The lullaby CD is unlisted on YouTube, but I'll share it with you guys. I'll share it on the thread.
Okay, yeah. And I would say share. Now, this is in Solar G1 Studios Facebook.
Okay.
And you can also go to, yeah. No, I'm going to upload it to YouTube. Okay. But that's okay, because I'm going to run it as a live premiere on YouTube as well.
Cool.
So
Awesome.
if you get a chance in a day or two, you might want to go to.
I will download this from Facebook. I'll put it on my YouTube.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, do
We'll
that.
Share it all over.
Right on. Right
Yeah.
on. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Support each other.
Very, very impressive. I didn't know you did that. I know you played the didge and
Yeah.
and made those transformer hats or whatever that was.
Activator halos.
The thing I love about you. No, but see, here's the thing. Okay?
Multifaceted.
I'm probably going to get in a little trouble for this, but I'm like you. I'm always saying this to myself first. Okay. I don't want to be plastic. I don't want to be fake. I don't want to put
Yeah.
on a mask, and that some of those potentials are so subtle and ingrained in us. We have to stay on our toes with ourselves.
100%.
But one of the things I really like about you, because in this community, I mean, this is like 2,200 episodes of this show, right?
Congratulations.
And so think about thank you. Think about all the different types of people,
Yeah.
right? And so let's face it, in this community, most of us were displaced in normal circles. We were weirdos and crazy and eccentric and had these idiosyncrasies and all this stuff.
Check.
But what I love about you is you really do own everything you do.
Yeah.
You're very committed. You're very serious. It's the top priority in your life every day.
Yeah.
And
This is my life.
Yeah,
My
you-
soul mission is everything. There's nothing outside of it for me.
That's it. You're very versatile, and you just come with your lunch pail when you go to work every day. You're here to work, and
I think I have to be versatile.
yeah,
I would not be able
Yeah.
to survive on this planet
Yeah.
otherwise.
yeah, true, yeah, that's true.
It's not an easy place to be sometimes.
No. And you're also very upfront with your human aspect too.
100% human.
Yeah, which is you know how I feel about it. Human is the hero.
That's right.
That's right. The human.
I forgot.
Well, we have a
I
new
love that
hashtag.
saying.
We have a new hashtag. It's called "The Human is the Fucking Hero."
Yeah.
When things. I actually.
Yeah, we are.
I actually had a. This is funny.
Our humanity is where our power is.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Well, look what's happening with the body now. Like the body is becoming what? Like this. The body's.
Superconductor.
I know. The body's becoming like one of the multidimensional aspects. It's starting to communicate.
Yeah.
It's starting to do alchemic things. It's like, hey, I'm part of this team too.
I
Right?
heard you call him this afternoon. I was at the creek and I was like, I need to go home and stop in and say hi to Todd.
There you go.
So telepathy is
It is.
Switching on.
It is switching on big
Yeah.
time. Big time. And the other thing too, I know there's a lot of chaos, and of course we know that there's a certain level of chaos before birth, before
Yes.
alignment. So we got to
Yes.
go easy on ourselves and easy on each other. But I think one of the things that's happened in 2020, which is a first in my opinion, okay, for the most part, is that there's starting to be real proof in our personal experiences and journeys that it works. That all of our work is coming to fruition all the stuff we did in the past, all the stuff we're doing in the present, it's starting to get, and it's not like we make these big leaps like, oh, I went from here to there, but we're making steady,
progress.
you know, and the triggers don't last as long, and, you know, and the understanding of like the interaction that you had with your friend.
Yeah.
I've had them too. I just had one about 10 days ago. You know, our awareness is coming in and overriding the old patterns. Yes, it still hurts. You're in grief. These things are happening, but we're able to.
I'm also in celebration too, because as a planet, we are rebirthing. I mean, this is also a first in 2020, as far as I know, is the whole planet is doing the same thing, sort of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We're all in this thing
Yes,
that's happening worldwide.
that is true.
When has this happened before? Not during my lifetime.
Maybe at the most world wars, but even then, some of the countries were untouched.
Even then, yeah.
Yeah, some of the continents were
And
untouched.
yeah, and this is like everyone on the planet, unless you're living in the bush under a rock, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone is experiencing a shift.
Yeah.
And that's
Absolutely.
powerful.
And you're
excited.
seeing these points of context, like these like, for instance, for me, I drive down the road, I see somebody jogging, I hope I don't offend anybody, and they're wearing a mask, and I'm like going, look, I don't jog anymore, but when I used to jog, it was hard enough breathing without a mask.
I know.
You know?
I don't know how people do it.
Or even just being outside and having a mask. I'm like, wow, that's like, did they forget? You know, I don't know. It's just like, so you see all these different points of contrast,
Yes.
and
A
so
lot of contrast.
yeah, so it makes it's a really good proving ground or laboratory to kind of develop these methods of owning it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, well, why am I talking about the person that's out jogging with a mask? Why is that any of my business? Shut the F up. But if it keeps coming up, there's something in me I'm not seeing, and that's the whole point.
Yeah.
You know, I'm creating the separation between that mirror and myself. I'm the one that's doing it. They're not doing it.
Ooh, that's good.
We are the line of separation,
Yeah.
always, in every case.
Yeah.
You know, so that's,
I just want to say, if you choose to wear a mask, I don't judge you. It's totally your choice.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Totally cool with it. I may not understand it if you're outside in nature breathing the fresh air, but your choice.
And that's the thing. And even I'm a little amazed going certain places and seeing the level of complicity.
Oh my goodness, I have to tell you a story. So I was in
Yes.
Bryce Canyon the other week hiking, and you know, not many people on the trail, but every once in a while, people would come towards my buddy and I, and as they got closer, they would put their mask on to pass us. And we would just look at each other and be
That's
like,
trippy.
whoa, what? Did that just actually happen?
That's trippy.
Like, we're in the cleanest, most pristine air possible.
No.
Am I scary?
No.
Am I-
You might have morphed. You might have been, you know.
It was wild.
No, that's
Talk about contrast.
trippy. That's
yeah,
very
it was
trippy.
so wild.
But, you know, again, what they may, you know, we may see that as, wow, their level of you know, conditioning is worse than mine. But at the same time, it's a mirror, and there's something that
Or-
they have that's much stronger than us. You know,
Or
I don't
maybe
know.
they have a legit health condition and
Could
they
be.
feel that putting
Could
a
be.
cloth over their face is protecting them. I
Could
don't
be.
know. It was just so wild. I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
every time it happened, my mind was blown every time. Like, I couldn't get used to it. It was very interesting.
Yeah. Do you go out on the land a lot?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the time.
And what do you get out of it? I mean, I don't mean that in a sarcastic way. I mean, like,
Yeah.
how does it work for you?
Oh,
What happens to you?
grounding, healing, being connected with this land helps me reset my energy.
Do you have like a conscious
I get-
conversation with the land while
Yeah.
you're doing it, or are
Sometimes
you out there just clear mind and
I get downloads.
Yeah.
The book, The Dragon Who Swallowed the Sun, that book came when I was sitting at the creek.
yeah,
Just boom, got out my phone, recorded it so I didn't forget it.
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Far out.
Then it was in my phone for a couple months. My friend's like, write it down. Yeah, but being on the land, I mean, it's everything. Nature is everything.
Yeah.
The energetic signatures that I get from nature take me back to myself, take me back to my soul, reminds me who I am. reminds me of my purity, reminds me of
Yeah.
like what I actually am made of.
Yeah.
I'm not made of what comes to the TV. I'm made of what comes out of the trees.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll just sit there and watch nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Far out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna go to Three Kings. You heard of that?
Is that a restaurant? Three Kings in Cottonwood or something?
It's
isn't
in
it?
Boynton Canyon.
Oh.
So there's
No. Oh, okay.
well, no, I would have said the same. I would, Morris, believe me, I'm like the most. Yeah, but
Maybe I'm hungry. I'm thinking about food.
it's a place. Evidently, Ty was telling me about it because Ty, if you tell Ty your birthday, he'll tell you what quadrant of Sedona
Oh.
is like your spot, right?
Oh, sweet.
Among the many things that he does, by the way. But anyway,
Fascinating.
so I told him what my birthday was, and he said so yours is Three Kings, which is in Boynton Canyon, but it's like a pretty good hike. Not a lot of people know about it,
Okay.
and so
You go all the way back?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I've been to Boynton Canyon, but I didn't go very far.
All right.
I do remember when I went, though, they said if you walk too far, you'll have a little red laser on you, and you'll hear a military voice telling you to turn around. So when he told me it's like a good hike, I'm wondering if that's going to be in that section. I'm going to.
Probably not.
Yeah.
No, I don't think
Hopefully
so.
my frequency has cleared any authority wearing a gun. 'Cause,
Yeah, there you go.
Sure.
Yeah.
You were talking about patterns.
Yeah.
I had a pattern with, like YouTube episodes with the police. Right? Now this goes back a few years.
What do you mean?
Well, I would.
Watching those YouTubes?
Yeah. So that okay. So you know how like when a lot of us woke up, we started watching 9/11 stuff, and so
Yeah.
I got into
Okay.
that. So I
Okay.
had this thing. Now this is going back like maybe like 6 years ago. So I was like even doing memes,
Okay.
with bringing the I am soul into hey, this is bullshit, the police brutality or whatever. So I worked my way out of it, and then I got away from it. I wasn't watching them, but then after the COVID thing hit, we moved to Arkansas. We had our first place ever, 3.5 years, and we found this place, or it found us in Arkansas, and so it's kind of like it's by itself. Like there's subdivision over here, subdivision here, and then our place is like by itself, and it's on a hill. So you have to go down this street, which is a dead end, and the only reason to go down there would go into our driveway,
Okay.
right? So you can't see the back of the house. That's what I'm
Okay.
getting at. Well, it was vacant for a while, and evidently people would go hang out there. So now we're there about a month. After the COVID thing, I started watching some videos with the COVID thing, and then I see a police brutality, and I started watching a few, and I wasn't realizing what was happening. I thought, well, why am I watching this? I'm not getting a charge, but there's a reason I'm watching it now. So we're there about a month. We're about to go to Lowe's, and we pull out of the driveway, and this cop car comes in and pins me in. And he gets out of the car, and he says, "What are you doing back here?" And I said, "We live here." And then he says, "Give me your identification, your license." I said, "No, I'm not giving you my license. I didn't do anything." And then Morgan's over here in the other seat. She pulls out both of her passports and hands them to him. One's, yeah. But anyway, my point is I was watching, and that's what I created that,
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't watch them anymore. I'm not going to do that. It actually happened to me the last time I was here in Sedona. I didn't tell anybody about it. That was the second to the last episode. I was at.
All right, well, if I'm lending you my car, then you better get that out of your
No,
phone
I don't
for
have
sure.
it. I don't have it. I honestly don't have it. I'm telling
right.
you. But no. But you do what you need to do. No, believe me. No, I'm not going there.
Good.
And the guy was really cool. It all worked out.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
That's because Morgan was there. She saved your butt.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's right. But I'm clear now. I promise
Thank you, Morgan.
I'm
the divine
clear.
Feminine.
That's right. Thank you very much, Divine Feminine. Absolutely. I don't know where I would be without that,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't
Where
know.
would any of us be without the divine feminine?
Yeah, that's true. And I think that's one of the things that's happened. I was telling you how for me, June 1st hit and everything changed. Like I literally came out of the house, I was like, wow, everything looks different. And I think what it is for me anyway has been the emergence of the completion of the circle. Like, the feminine, divine, we're talking energy, and then the masculine completed the circle. And so since then, I've been having these. That's what happened last night.
I just got.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like last night. So I was having these graduated experiences of the masculine, true masculine coming in. Then I'm also encountering balanced masculines like Jade and Ty and Michael Mejia and Israel. And I'm watching this all happen. I had a few of them come on the show. And so like last night was like a culmination. And it just like, I mean, like came in like, and I was just
Like a lion.
yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm tired of waiting. I'm not waiting anymore.
Was it you? Did he do it? Did he activate
He
the
had
lion?
something to do with it. Yeah, because we're connected at the hip. You know, obviously. Just like you coming over here.
Obviously.
We know we're having conversations, what
Yeah.
we call dream state.
Yeah.
It's too obvious, you know.
So
But
obvious.
anyway, I think that's what I got from it in a good way, that,
Yeah.
that those two pieces are in place. And a lot of people have talked about the golden child, energy coming out in the winter solstice, you know, which falls in line with the pregnancy cycle, because the conception occurring in March when everybody
Yeah.
got quarantined,
Yeah.
and, you know.
What else you gonna do?
You got a bunch of, yeah, no kidding. I'm just wondering what our baby's gonna look like, but no, I'm kidding.
You and Jade.
No, me and Morgan. Yeah, me and Jay.
Okay. All right. I want to give Julian a chance because the dear
Yeah.
brother gave me.
Absolutely. No, we're
kinda
good.
gave me his
You're
spot,
good.
So.
Are you good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Bring him in. Let's go. Thank you.
Mwah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Todd.
I'll be here until at least the 1st. And
Yeah, and for anyone who wants to stay in touch, I just want to invite you to go to
Yes.
creationtemple.com and
Yes.
sign up as a free member, and then you'll get on my newsletter list. And anytime I'm releasing new content, you'll get an alert in your email inbox.
Creation Temple.
Creationtemple.com.
And how do you want me to get in touch with you?
Oh, about the card?
Yeah. Or do you want to just give me your address?
Do you have do you text phone number?
hopefully we'll get people back in here. We're okay. We got on this channel. We got about 28 people, but they'll come back on. They'll come back on. So this is my friend Julian. I met Julian when 2018.
Yeah.
2018. I actually was intending. You were involved with that retreat center out in California.
I put on big events out there. One of them is called Aquatica, and you actually interviewed me, man.
I
That's how we made
I interviewed
acquaintance.
about it, and I was actually here, and I was told to come here, and then I met you. We did the interview, and I was actually going to go cover
Nice.
your event,
Yeah.
and I had committed to it, and then I got the call to go to Kauai.
Okay.
And I was told,
No, and it was all good because the interview was very cool, man. It's like, it was
but I'm just saying,
yeah.
but that's how close we
Yeah,
came
but
to
you
like,
travel geographically.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big deal. You
Yeah.
know? It's like, you know what, Todd, I have a lot of appreciation for what you do, brother.
Thank
Because
you.
you know what, we need people that can be dedicated and put on interviews and create things. And Ty and Esteban and Jade, they're doing this whole thing that's created this environment.
Yeah.
And it's like all of us are like synchronistically with like the total honor working together. And I so appreciate this because it's raising the vibration of the entire planet because we've all come together with the same intent to raise the entire vibration of the planet.
right on.
And it's like, all humankind is going to benefit from what we're doing right now. It's a very big deal.
And you've been hanging out in Sedona for quite some time, but you just came. You had left and came back. Right?
Yeah, I left and came back. I was here from 2015 to 2017,
Yeah.
and I'd visited about approximately 30 times before. I was always drawn back. I'd come here, I'd do a little festival, I'd connect with someone. But by the time I got back here, I was super connected with the whole community.
Yeah.
And so when I left in 2017, it was definitely time to leave and go do some things in Cali and so on and so forth. And so now I'm engaged in things on even a much more planetary scale. So I'm dealing with the most famous musicians on the entire planet. We're talking Quincy Jones, Bruno Mars, Marvin Gaye's son, Diana Ross, and I'm one of the 15 musical ambassadors for the entire world. And there's only 15 of us, and that's the cap. And so I'm super honored to be involved with that. This isn't about Hollywood. It's not about Beverly Hills. This is talking about like real, actual, historical, impactful musicians that have uplifted people's hearts and spirits, and we're all working together. And so the musical ambassadorship is a big deal. I take it very seriously, but I also take it very light. Like, oh my God, this is a lot of fun. It's like I love working with these people. But it's a big thing right now.
So is it like a organization? Or?
It is.
Yeah.
It's under the International Chaplains, and my fiance Andrea Gilmore Van Ders is the president of the International Chaplains. Now, a lot of these people I knew before, I'd worked with before, but now it's more at a formal level where it's like, okay, we don't care about money. We don't give a damn about a frickin' cent. It's like, no, it's like, let's come to the core. It's like, what do we want to do? We want to help people. We want to uplift people. We want to do good things in the world. We want to create a bond. And where we say it's like, we are all going to uplift the world, and we're going to actually do it. This is more like a magical exercise. But these people that have uplifted the world that I'm working with, like Andrea, my fiance, and like all these other famous people, we're saying it's like, no, let's just actually do something different. Let's actually create something that actually uplifts not only the world, but we're talking about a divine kind of connection here.
Yeah.
Because the intention is divine. Yeah, it's not about like, oh, geez, how much money are we going to make if we put on the... No, it's like, how are we going to like change everything?
You're removing the capitalistic frequency from it and just
Absolutely.
taking it back to pure artistic expression.
Absolutely.
And appreciation for creation.
It's totally what it is.
Yeah.
It totally is. And a lot of people are already self-made, and they've already got it, and they don't need to do anything to pay their bills.
That's
it's
nice.
Like, but they're conscious enough to realize, hey, we can actually do this. And Todd, I really respect what you do, man. It's like you've impacted a lot of people and you've created a lot of things. Can we talk about you for a second? I mean, really.
Dude, you can do whatever you want. This is
But I so appreciate that this is happening because of you. I really do, man. I'm like, wow, okay. Here's some people that are really doing some things, man. It's like, tell me a little bit about you if you don't mind.
Tell about me?
Yeah, because you know I'm going to post this everywhere.
Well, what do you want to know? There's a lot. There's a lot to. I mean, I don't know. Where do you want to know? Yeah, whatever.
Well, you know what? You spend a lot of hours of your day devoted to actually presenting content and portraying the spiritual community. You travel a lot, and you do a lot of energy, and I actually won't put you on the spot, man, too hard.
I don't have a problem with it.
I just want
The show's always been a conversation. I always tell people you ask questions too, but yeah, I would say two things that you're bringing to mind.
Yes, please.
One is I'm like everybody else. I got a download 9 years ago. Well, I woke up 9 years ago. I had a divine episode, and so
I love that.
About 6, 7. I went on a spirit walk. I went homeless by my own choice, and I was having all these divine episodes. But anyway, about
Awesome.
about 7 or 8 months into it, I was given the name Sology. So that's what I was talking about. I got this download. Right. I was given this name Sology by the consciousness of Archangel Michael, and I said, "What does this mean?" And he said, "The other side of truth." And I said, "Well, what does that mean?" He said, "Well, you figure it out." So, yeah. And that was actually on my wife's birthday. That was on my wife's birthday in 2012, and I wouldn't meet her for 3 years. But so what happened was then from that point on, so that was on my wife's birthday in 2012. I wouldn't meet her till 2015.
Yeah.
2 days later, I opened a Sology group, Facebook group, Sology. And then, let's see, 3 years to the day. 3 years later to the day, I was given the name Sology One Studios. Now I'm off the street. I got my own place. I'm starting to get my life back together, and I'm still on the path. And I've been dead. And this is the second part of what I was going to say. So from that point on, I was spending every moment was focused on expanding what I was receiving, delivering what I was receiving. So it is an all day, everyday thing, and it's just a different type of thing than punching 8 to 5 job. But anyway, so then I was given Soldier One Studios, and I said, well, what is this? And they said, well, go downstairs, make a studio, and it's got to do with music. And I said, well, what am I supposed to do? And they said, you'll figure it out. So that's what I did.
This is the coolest, man. This is how you make magic, man.
This is how it happened. And
Dude,
so I would sit in here, I'll show you something. So I would sit in the studio. I sat in the studio for the first time it happened, right? And I'm sitting on the couch for 2 days because I know I've got to pick up the phone and go live. And I was like, what the hell am I going to say? What am I going to do? So I sat there for 2 days and by myself.
What's this?
I sat there, and so finally I just decided I'm going to go for it. And what happened was I put on Break On Through to the Other Side by the Doors.
Oh, man.
And I put it on, and I flipped on the phone.
That.
I said, hey, my name's... And then I just started doing it. But from that point in 2012, I spent day and day. Yeah. So what I
Break On Through.
Yeah. So what I ended up doing is, and I didn't have internet most of the time.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't have...
That challenge,
yes. I had my first smartphone
Totally
given to me in 2015. So what I would do is I would find any music CDs I had. Like, it would be like Beethoven, it would be blues, it'd be rock. And so what I would do is I just started to recite, I'll show you.
Angels.
I would start to recite my words to music at one take. Yeah, just alive.
Dude, that's so amazing.
And so
that's a magic power right there, man. When you can actually let yourself just go into free flow.
Exactly. I learned, and I was
amazed by the story, brother. I love knowing this background about you.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Loving the Barber's Adagio, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
And by the way, Jade is with us in the studio.
Right on.
Yeah, Jade Lyons. It's like we're rocking it. You know, man, it's like, dude, that free flow, just the experience of like, you know what? I'm gonna plug in my amp and I'm just gonna I'm gonna improvise.
Good.
I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna go out on the land. I'm gonna feel the land and the stars.
Yeah.
Just go into it, man. It's like, and that's what you did,
Yeah.
and it's changed your life.
Yeah.
But it also changed a lot of other people's lives. Okay, because right now, these broadcasts are a flagship. They're creating a beautiful energy in the world, and I want you to know that I know this, man.
Appreciate that.
Dude, it's so cool.
And I see evidence of it all the time. I don't know if you know, he's got hair like yours.
Oh no! Wait a minute.
Greg Prescott.
I definitely don't know.
You know Greg Prescott from N5D? You know Greg Prescott?
I
N5D?
I don't. I actually don't.
So he's an early way shower who got out there. N5D, like, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, he was interviewing like Jordan Maxwell and bringing a lot of stuff in, right?
Okay.
So we've become friends. We've collaborated a few times.
Okay.
So he has just recently, like in the last few months, and physically in the last 2 or 3 weeks, hooked up with this beautiful goddess in England, right?
Okay.
And so, to your point, what happened was we did a collaboration. He went through my friends list in January. He saw this lady and they connected, right? But there's more to the story. So back in these days, like 2014 and 2015,
Yeah. Okay.
his partner's mother started watching me, right? Solo G.
Nice.
Told the daughter, you need to watch
I love this.
Told the daughter, you need to watch
that's
this.
how it works, man.
Yeah.
You got to get it. It's
Right?
like you get it.
So she told her daughter, you need to watch this crazy guy in his studio doing this stuff every day. And so, but what I'm getting at is the mother then wrote me after they hooked up and said, thank you. You what you did attracted me. I told my daughter, and now she's found the love of her life. She's found her divine partner. So I'm starting to see, where, we may not have a website yet, and that's because of the directives I received. We may not have some of the 3D proof and metrics, verifications, validations that a lot of people do. But I also know that in the non-physical aspect, in the true measurement of the impact, that because, and it's not me, it's because of the whole vortex of creation.
Everyone involved.
That's right.
But
And
you
there's
know what?
many,
You're an impetus, and here's one of the biggest things. It's like, okay, if you look at like a Jimi Hendrix or Jim Morrison, and you say, okay, how do they impact things? Well, they broke on through to the other side, just like you said, man. Yeah. It's like they broke on through the other side. Doesn't mean they were perfect. Doesn't mean that they did this or that, or they were ascetic, or they meditated in a cave for 7 years. Like, all power to everyone that does, because that's their placement too. But the reality is, like, by doing things, we alter reality, and you're doing things, brother. And it's like we can all feel it, and it's like I'm so proud of you, man. And I mean it. And I'm like, thank you. I'm like, thank you, and thank Ty and Jade, because in Esteban, because it's like, okay, we're really doing things.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, this is how we alter reality.
Yeah, and then what's cool now, and this is really cool, because so now I come to town. Well, Jade and I have our history. Like I don't know if I told you this, but I met him on the first day he got to Sedona, which was my last night in Sedona.
What a nice alignment.
It was my last night in Sedona, my first initiation through Sedona.
Wow.
And so, but what I'm saying is, so we've stayed in touch, and we kind of connecting, So I came up here, and so now they've started the Vibrational Empowerment Network, and they're actually ahead of me, and I've been doing this 9 years. We still, we actually have our 2 websites, but I've never released them. And again, this is coming from the higher aspects, because the timing's not right, because it's got to be pure 5D. And I think it started now. So we come over here, we have a collaboration with another network. This was, you went, and you played at it Saturday, and it was no agenda. No expectations.
Free flow.
There was no
beauty,
no plastic, no mask, nobody trying to impress, and the energy of
brotherhood,
the energy of the expressions, was just incredible. And I think that's what we're playing with now. I think
that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're in divine magic right now. It's like, I could put a fine point on it and say, like, okay, what is it really? And it's like, well, you can't define it, but the energy is there. It's like we're all doing this right now, and we're actually in transcendental divine magic, because divinity is not about division. Divinity is about fluidity. Divinity is about, like, okay, there's a universe here. Okay, how can all the beings live into the best possible? But it's not going to be perfect, but nonetheless, there's an intention that it carries, and it's like we're all carrying it. And this is like you're in that, okay, and everyone here is in that. It's like I'm so honored that I was actually asked to come up and play. And it's like it's totally unexpected, and it's like I come up there, but it's like bumbling around. He's a little bit of, but I realized like no, this is a divine honor. This is beautiful. This is something that's like we're just we all see each other in namaste. Okay, that's it, and we can move in that. That's when reality is going to be uplifted, and we're doing it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, we're all doing it together now.
I agree, and there's a lot of power in the spontaneous.
Yeah, just that free flow. It's like be able to think on your feet. If you can think on your feet and feel where the alignments are, that's where the real magic is.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I so appreciate your point, man.
That's why I like the
right.
lives. I like I've always understood the power of the live because, you can, like even in the early days, we've probably done about 4,500 video productions, and
Amazing.
half of them have been this show.
Amazing.
And I would bet you that
wow,
there's not been a lot of editing. Now, there were some things I did that were put together that I had to edit, like a piece of this show and a piece of that show. But, like, for instance, the Soul Speak music videos that I created and collaborated with other people, there's about 90 of them, and I think maybe 3 were not first takes. The rest of them were just first takes. So, like, there's something about the raw that is coming back into... You know what I mean? I mean, it's
keep it real, man.
Yeah, there's something about raw,
authentic, beautiful from your heart in the moment.
Yeah,
you're so right, bro.
Unabashed, unashamed.
It's like
I've shown my ass so many times. I swear I have. I have over the years.
No, please.
No, I'm kidding. But I have. It's true.
But, it's like something.
But I think
up.
people actually appreciated it. They thought, oh man, well that's... Now, some people would say, what an idiot, but...
No.
But the thing is, and you see people do it. It's amazing when they get on there live and they just bear it all.
And when it comes from your heart, it's like, hey, you know what? I'm humble. I'm just a human being. I want to do good things in the world, but that doesn't make me perfect. And you just like put yourself out. It's like, hey, it's okay if my guitar string breaks. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm gonna play anyway. But so what? So what if my guitar falls over on the guitar rack? It's like, so what if anything that could possibly be imaginable? Like when we're authentic, when we're real, it's like, hey, this isn't about anything other than like, what? We feel a divine energy, and it's like. That's who we are. It's like it doesn't mean that we're perfect, but that is still who we are. It's like, and people can feel that, and then the right people, they're going to say, "It's like, man, I don't care what happened on camera to them. That person's like really doing their best, and they're trying, and that's it."
Yeah, very much so. Very cool, man. So what do you got coming up? You got anything going on? You want to?
Man, I've gotten back into being a promoter.
Yeah, you were telling me about this.
Yeah, and it's not really about the details so much. I won't go too far into it. But what I've realized is like, you know what? It's only going to be the clients that I deal with that I really believe in, and I'm going to promote them. That's it. Okay, and so that's always who I've been. Okay, no matter what I'm doing. It's like what's the truth? What's real? What's truly beneficial? And I'm a great promoter, and so I'm kind of doing that again after a break from that, and that's what's up. And the best way to find me is probably Julian Force Musician on Facebook, and the other way to find me is at Darren Keith Hastings on Facebook, DarrinKiethHasting. And but other words, really, I'm just really proud and honored of all of you, and that's the truth. That's how I really feel. It's not really about me right now. It's like, okay, Todd's doing stuff, Jade's doing stuff, okay, Ty's doing stuff, Esteban's doing stuff. It's like, wow, okay, let's rock that. Okay, I'm all about promoting these guys and promoting you, man, because it's like I feel it, and that's really the truthful answer.
Far out, man.
Yeah.
What am I going to say to that? But I did want to ask you: Are you active at all, music wise, and with your guitar playing?
Not so much.
You're
I
just
mean,
kinda- yeah.
the weird truth is that to really make it make sense, in a short story, is that my performances have been my practices. I really don't play the guitar that much on my own. I spent severe levels of discipline in my previous years. It's like for periods of time where I'm mastering certain skills. It's like for 2 weeks, I'm all on it. But as far as like actually practicing and playing, I'm really not doing it right now. I'm just kind of like easing off and like, okay, I'm not really playing at home. I'm not really playing out. Just like here and there a little bit. But I always can when I need to. But what I'm looking forward to is kind of gearing back up into just sheer focused discipline on playing music and recording. And so I'm going to record a new album here sometime before 2020 is over, and that's what's the main focus is like, okay, sometime before 2020 is over, record that new album, and that's what's on my mind.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Perfect, man. Well, I look forward I look forward to collaborate with you more and more.
Ah, man, always, dude.
Yeah.
This
you
is
so
an
much.
open book, brother.
Yeah. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
for the kind words, and a good way to end the day.
Okay, thanks so much, man. It's a great time, man. Thanks so much for your time.
Right on.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to check out today. It was a very powerful, strong day. And I would imagine, what's tomorrow? Blur Day?
Blur's Day.
Tomorrow's Blur's Day. I know Isabella Green's going to come in at 1. And I'm not sure what else we got lined up. I can't think off the top of my head. I think Israel and Mike will be here leaving tomorrow. So they may make an appearance. So let me just say this. We are, the address 13. What's the address? 1385 89A in West Sedona. And we are at the multi offices, whatever.
Tim Residence Institute is
And by the way, if it so happens that you need other people for interviews, just let me know because I have everybody. It's like bring hang out with you, man. Thank you, bro. This is so good, man. I feel like I know you much better as a person now. Because we actually hang out in person. It's like it's so good. Man.
It's like the third time we've hung out since
I love it, man.
But I wanted to put that out there to the audience. We're still live, right? We're still live. Yeah. So I wanted to put that out there. We're over here. We talked a lot about Jade and Ty and the crew and what they're doing over here. I'm hoping to get Serena in here tomorrow, or before we leave. Anyway, so we're still going to be doing this through the 1st, and anyone that wants to come out and hang out, this is where we're located, and come on over and we'll sit down and have a conversation and keep the ball rolling, so don't be shy. All right, so we're going to check out. Thank you. Peace out.